I saw your Instagram story. Didn't you play golf this morning?
I played golf at 7. After golf, I took a quick nap because I was so tired, and then I went straight to the gym for an hour and a half with my trainer.
Maliit na
And then
bagay,
I'm
guys.
talking.
Just like so all of that was a physical workout. Eto na yung mental workout. But bro, since because of that, and you're 23 now. I keep on seeing you as like my age because we started. I don't know. You still seem really young, but
Tsaka
you
baby
have that
face.
maturity about you. Tsaka baby face, oh. Even if
Baby face
he's
naman, bro.
muscular.
Oh, baby face.
But how is it now, bro? Because especially when you build your physique, you're on the verge of being ready for, more mature roles. Yung mature roles, mga kapamilya, doesn't mean mga bed scenes, yung mga
Yeah,
ganyan.
that's
It
so
just
funny.
means just
Whenever someone says,
older
ready ka na ba
roles.
sa
Yeah.
mature roles? And I'm like, meaning?
Kailangan i-clarify. But
Oh,
how about you,
paki-clarify
bros?
po.
In your definition of a mature role, are you ready for that? Are you ready to get into more like deeper acting, more heavier emotions, more real relationships in terms of yung story? Let us know.
I think I witnessed more of that actually sa last lock in cycle namin. That's where we did a lot
Okay.
of, well, I won't spoil, but that's where we did a lot of scenes na requiring energy, that extra
Yung
push. Yeah,
yung
basta yun.
emotion.
Tapos,
Mhm.
yeah, and I was really pushed. I've been opening my siguro opening my mind that I could be more vulnerable, hopefully, and I could like put down my walls more and just let it all out, not filter anything when I'm acting kasi that's how it's supposed to be. Because at the start, when
Yeah.
you started, I'm sure you felt this way too. I'm sure like we were holding back a little bit because, bro, we were very new and
Yeah.
we were not so familiar with the scene. But now when you go through, these type of experiences, that's something that you just have to really give it all out.
Yeah.
And and yeah, when you ask, am I ready for that growth or that maturity? Yeah, I think the time will come. I have to be able to push, harder than I physically think I can because that's when you really grow. It's that time when you exit um your
Your
circle
comfort
that you're so
zone.
comfortable with.
Mm.
Yeah, your comfort
Yeah,
zone.
yeah.
And that's where the magic happens when you exit that comfort zone. So I'm just open to doing anything that will push me, anything that will make me grow. And I'm sure you feel the same way. It's very cool because we're like in the same position almost. Like I know you can relate to what I'm saying, and I can also relate to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So yeah, so yeah.
Yun yung pinakamaganda. Like again, at the end of the day, and something we'll delve in more um later in this episode is that Donnie and I started off as friends before we were artists. We started off
Mm.
as brothers before we were, people in the industry. Although that's where we met. So wala namang competition. There's no thoughts about that. It's just a true friendship that we all have, which I'm really
Yeah,
happy
can
to
I
say
just put
because
that out
it's
there? Can we stop
uh,
comparing people? Because Edward and I are brothers and will always be brothers.
alam kong mas gwapo ako, pero guys, come on, like there's no need
Totoo.
to
Oh, aminado naman ako doon.
Oh my god. I wish I could have weird. I was about to say I was gonna say I wish I could have Donnie's lips pero parang labo. Yung labo. Yung phrase na yun.
Bro,
But
gawin mo yung challenge yung may baso tas di ba
uy, yung
ginagawa
ano
nila
yan,
yan dati? O yung Kylie Jenner
is it
challenge?
Kylie Jenner challenge? Nah, dude.
Oo, gawin mo.
Sige,
Gawin mo, bro.
gawa tayo ng vlog. Guest mo ako sa YouTube channel mo. Yun ang gagawin
Ay,
natin.
wag na. Hindi
Magiging puffer
nalalaki yung
fish
labi
ka.
ko dyan, bro. Hindi nalalaki yung labi ko dyan. Yun na yun eh.
We can have some hope in there. Pero dude, speaking on that topic, before we really dive into it, dude, um, something that I actually talked to Kiana V about this in the past. Of
Mhm.
course, not just her, but many other people on the
Who's
topic
that?
of mental. Oh, hindi mo
Joke lang,
kilala.
joke lang.
Small time, small
I
time.
miss you. I miss you, Ate Kiana.
Oy, para lang clear, joke, sarcastic po yan, sarcastic comments. We have to
Opo,
put a
opo.
disclaimer out there because sometimes people will twist the words. But
Ay,
yun, as as
I love you,
as we
Ate
talked
Kiana. I
about
miss you.
to to Kiana about mental health, dude. Truly,
Oh
it's
yeah.
something real, something we have to protect. And
Mhm.
many artists, believe it or not, have mental health too. They have to take care of it. Tao rin, like Donnie is completely a human. He goes through emotions as well. He has feelings. He has his own thoughts. So, Donnie, I'm sure your family is a big factor of it. But how do you deal with bashing? How do you deal with the comparisons? How do you deal with the toxicity that is so evident on social media always?
Um, honestly, bro, at the start, it really affected me when I was maybe 17, 18, because I was very new and I didn't know what a lot of people had a lot to say. Um, they already assume stuff about you without really knowing you, and it makes it harder for you to show your true colors when that happens. But then it will come out, when the time comes. And I'm thankful
Yeah,
that through the years, um, that that feeling of what do people think slowly vanished, because it's more of, okay, they think this, but who am I?
right,
Like, they think this, but what's the truth? They say this, but what am I? What am I trying to? What is my purpose? Diba? And then it goes back to being in the world but not of it, diba? So
oh,
it's like,
so true.
why are we here? Are we here to please people, or are we here to fulfill our purpose? You know, and that's where it really switched. That when that really just entered my mindset, that I have a purpose here, and there's a reason I'm doing what I'm doing, and I'm doing what I love. I'm grateful. There's so many things to be thankful about, and honestly, there's so many people who love and support me. Not just me, but a lot of us
Hmm.
artists, and I have a great circle of friends around me and family. We're all healthy. What more can I ask for, diba? It's no use
Right,
in bashing. It's really no use, because at the end of the day, it's you who you're just by yourself. Like at the end of the day, it's you and you, diba? It's not you and this basher beside you. No, it's like
right.
you. It's
Totoo.
like, who are you? Yeah. So I think
That's the quick.
sa start
Uh,
meron, pero now, bro, wala na. Hindi na masyado kasi, well, for one, I don't really look at social media as much as before. Um, I think that's something I've learned, is sometimes you got to take a break from time to time, and I'm sure
yeah,
you know that as well. It can't just always be what's happening, what's happening, what's happening. And that's why I'm doing so many stuff. You know that, like, there's so much going on in my life, not just showbiz. My life doesn't revolve around just the projects I do. There's so much more to life,
yeah.
and yeah, that's probably the basic I know thought that I have on that.
The basic gist of it. But dude,
Yeah.
I just have to, before we move on with the interview. There are just so many people like who have done who love you just for saying that they know you